Hey guys, I guess it's been about 2 weeks since I sent your last goals report out, so I hope everybody's doing well and you like all the new features and changes that I've made, in particular to the report page. So I hope you found that to be a little more intimate in terms of me sitting down and really going through your logs and hopefully allowing you to understand a little bit more about what I'm thinking about your logs and what I did and did not like. And hopefully, you'll take some of the suggestions and things that I mentioned this past week and really start applying them. Because when I look at your logs and everything on Monday or Tuesday of this upcoming week, I'm hoping to see that you've made a lot of those changes that I suggested. Because I mentioned to a few of you guys, it's nice to see the weight loss for those of you in it to lose weight, and that's ultimately something that is an external cue for you that you're having success and things are going well. And while that's all fine and dandy, you also need to realize how important it is that you combine foods in the way that I'm trying to get you to combine them, and then you add specific superfoods to your day and things like that, because it's also just as important to make sure that your internal health is being improved as well. Because when you guys go have your physical again, I would not be surprised in any way, shape, or form if you come back to me and say that your internal health parameters have significantly improved. So, if you're doing what I'm suggesting that you should be doing with your meals and your snacks, and you're taking it seriously and you're doing it consistently, you're going to be in for a very nice surprise the next time you have your physical done. So, again, those reports are designed for you to get into my brain a little bit. So, there's no doubt about it. I'm not good with the written word. I'm much better expressing how I should get through to you and things like that through video messages and my voice, because I'm just not a very good typer. Spelling was not my strong suit. Grammar was not my strong suit. So I felt like I could get my point across a lot more efficiently with the report. So again, I hope that you like those. Second, there is new updates on the favorites page. So if I know most of you have seen those and have commented on it, but if you have not been using your favorites on your food logs, I would highly recommend that you check that out, because I think it's going to significantly increase how quickly you can add foods to your day. It's basically combining what the favorites used to be and food groupings all in one. So you can kind of, the sky's the limit with that. You can do a lot of different things and create different pairs and how you want things added as much as what you want. And it should be able to allow you to save foods and enter foods a lot quicker the next time you go in there. So the goals for next week, to get back on track here, what I wanted to talk about, they're all going to be the same. Okay, I want to see that you're doing the same things, and it's all about doing this now consistently. You can see there's not many days left in our step challenge, so I would like to see as many of you closing in on 10,000 steps on an average per day as I can, and we're approaching 40 now out of everybody, so we're almost at half there for those of you who are getting 10,000 steps or more per day. And honestly, from what I see, those who are averaging those 10,000 steps or more per day are typically having a little more success with their weight loss than those of you who aren't. So, I've been preaching it since day one. It's all about increasing your activity level. And 10,000 steps is a marker for saying that you are a highly active individual. And that's the goal. I want to get you to that point. And it's up to you to get those 10,000 steps in each day. So I really don't have a whole lot this week to say. We're approaching the halfway point right now, so it's just about, you just got to keep rolling. Stay consistent, you got to stay focused, and for those of you who are just doing phenomenal, there's no reason why that can't continue. And for those of you who've been, hit and miss here, some weeks I see great logs, other weeks you kind of take a step back again before you go forward. It's all about making a lifetime commitment to this, and it's about doing it most of the time. So there's nothing wrong with having a bad day, a bad week, but the most important thing is you get back on track and you get yourself going again, because none of this is easy. The longer it goes, the more weight that you lose, the harder it's going to get, and it's a true fact. And it's just, if you think about it, ask yourself the question, do you think your body really wants to continue on the weight loss path that it's on? And common sense should tell you absolutely not. Now, your body wants to be a healthy weight. It wants to be in an ideal weight range. But at the same time, the more weight that you keep losing, the more that your body's trying to fight that, because it doesn't know that what you're doing is to diet to lose weight and to restrict your calories a little bit so that you create a calorie deficit to lose weight. It thinks that there may be a shortage of food and something's going on that you can't control on the external, and it fights that, and that's why weight loss and things like that get so much more difficult as you go through all that. So it's up to you. Sometimes you really kind of got to just kick it up a notch. So where 10,000 steps a day may be fine at the beginning of the program, but now that you see maybe some weight loss stalling or you're just not losing weight, sometimes you have to go over and above what you really need to do in order to keep having results and seeing success. And I know it's kind of hard to hear that, and you don't want to hear that because you're hoping there's an easier way for it, but unfortunately there's not, guys. Whenever you lose weight the right way, like what you're doing, you're improving your diet significantly and you're adding all this different exercise and activity level, you know, this is the right way to do it, but by all means, it's not the easiest way to go about doing it, but it's the right way to do it. So sometimes you have to take that next step and go over and above what you need to do to have results. So I hope everybody's doing well. If you have anything you need, please contact me. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions as soon as I get those. So as you know, I'm back in town now and ready to kick this into the next half of the program. So upcoming week, we have a lot of important things to talk about. You can see underneath me there's 3 lessons next week. The first lesson on Monday is going to contain a lot of information about calcium. The second is going to contain information about vitamin D. And then we're going to put it all together on Friday and talk about some other things that you may need to start doing in your diets, because we're going to start looking at individual nutrients now. And I see across the board that a lot of you are missing out on your recommended amount of calcium, which is essential. Whether you're a man or a female, you need to make sure that you meet your calcium requirements every day. So we probably should have had this lesson a couple weeks ago, if not right at the start, but you know, just baby steps here. I don't want to transform everything all at once. So next week we are going to focus on calcium, and I think you should learn a great deal about that if you're not already schooled on calcium. So everybody have a great weekend. Be good. Let me see great weigh-ins next week. You know, weigh-ins are really much affected at this point by how good you are on the weekends. Be good. If you splurge and you have a day where you're not as good, that's fine, but maybe go for an extra couple mile walk. All right, the weather's getting nice, so over and above, guys, over and above may be where you need to go to continue down this path. So I'll see you next weekend. Give me good numbers. You guys can do it. You're doing great. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.